Today, I'm just going to start off by answering a question from the Discord community. By the way, I've got a Discord if you want to join. Anthony's asking, looking for advice from people with more than one YouTube channel, like our esteemed Curtis. If I upload videos to my second channel that I've already uploaded to the main channel, will YouTube think I've violated copyright? I've set the original videos to private. Okay. I don't want to try and end up with a strike on my account. Or should I change the videos somehow, like re-edit them before uploading to a second channel? Both of my channels are under the same Google account. For context, I used to have one channel with my 2D and 3D art, but declined. I don't really understand the language here. Decided to split the 2D and 3D stuff into their own channels because the audiences are quite distinct. Yeah, so the same kind of thing that I'm doing with my multiple channels. Well, I have moved videos from one channel to another before for similar reasons. So on the main channel, I had like an introduction to coding video, which was very good. So good, in fact, that it attracted a lot of people and it attracted teachers sending it to their like students and stuff. And it was the prime video on my channel for like bringing in a wider generalized audience, which also meant that I got a lot of like people that had nothing to do with Blender subscribing just because they liked that video so much. I noticed the recommendation behavior of the video was a bit weird and the YouTube just wouldn't stop recommending it. And I tried like all different methods of things to suppress it because it was actually starting to harm the channel a bit. And it's kind of why I've had to try so hard to fight back to reconstruct the audience. For me, I ended up taking it off my main channel and moving it onto an archive channel. And it really highlighted how YouTube is in control of what videos do well and which don't. Because as soon as I put it on the archive channel, it was like, it was going from like hundreds of views a day to like 12 views in a month or something. I was like, aha, so it's not just about the video. They're not specifically searching for it. It's about the home feed recommendations. But anyway, I put it on a backup channel and I believe I just privated it on the main one. Let me check. No, it's just unlisted. So it's unlisted on the main channel, but it's on a backup channel. And if I check the copyright section of my main channel, somehow it has not flagged up on there. So for some reason, it didn't detect the video. I mean, the channel that it's on now is called Curtis Whole Archive, and it's sitting public on there now, no comments, 451 views. So I don't know why it didn't flag up as like being detected as a copyright violation. But my general advice would be, you can do it. Don't worry about re-uploading your content, just so long as there's only one version of the actual video active at a time. So yeah, fine. Just private your videos on your main channel, re-upload them to a secondary one if you want. Because ultimately, I don't think YouTube will automatically strike your account unless it's under very specific conditions. Most of the time when people re-upload videos, it will just let the original creator know, from which they have a right to decide what to do. So it's not a completely automatic process. And since it's your content anyway, even if it flags up and informs you that you've re-uploaded your own content, you will still have a choice of what to do. Because I can still see in the copyright section of my main channel that people still have videos uploaded of my own. And sometimes I've requested video removal and sometimes I haven't. And, you know, going through that process has always been annoying because, you know, the kind of people that re-upload things are oftentimes very exploitative. What I'm saying is I wouldn't worry about it. But if you were doing something slightly different where you're not just moving the content, but you're reformatting the content. For example, I've been moving like sections of my main videos into shorts, you know, with the vertical aspect ratio. I was worried about that to start with because YouTube does have a policy about duplicate content, but it's technically not duplicate content because it's reformatted. It's altered in some way for a slightly different medium. And the rules have always been a bit lax about duplicate content because, you know, if you've got popular channels that make content and they have a large following, oftentimes people make compilation channels for those channels where they're re-uploading videos that are just compilations of their favorite moments. And that is literally duplicate content, but it depends on how okay the creator is with it. But you can see that compilation content as a kind of fair use reformatting. So it's not exactly duplicate, it's like seeing it through a new lens. Sometimes that's okay, sometimes it's not. It depends on how much is changed and how much creativity is put into it. Because for example, if someone just re-uploaded all my videos, or like 10 of my videos, together right next to each other in a comp, that wouldn't be good. And I would fight that because you're not actually making a change, you're literally just stringing them up in a line so you can try and get the viewership from them. So you're trying to make money off of my content, and that would be a problem. Whereas, if it was something like funny moments comp, not that my videos have many funny moments, but just for the sake of demonstration, and it had clever editing in it, so new editing to amplify things that happened, and it wasn't just like a huge amount of my work just shown as is, it was like a creative reinterpretation of things. That's different. In that case, it's not just my work. You are also helping to bring people to me because you're making something new with my work. And in that way, it feels much more collaborative rather than you just trying to make money off of my own work, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of gray lines between duplicate content and reusing content on YouTube. But my point is, if it's all your stuff and you're just moving things between channels, don't worry. Just do it. You'll be fine. So hopefully that's answered your question, Anthony. And if anyone else has any questions you'd like me to answer, then feel free. It gives me more stuff to do. And of course, if you made it this far through the video, please put the unicorn emoji in the comments. I got someone ask why the unicorn emoji recently. So that's our default one because it's a callback to a main channel video, my 100k special, where I wore a unicorn dressing gown and talked about what I liked about the Blender community, just for, a bit of fun. So that's why it's a unicorn. And of course, you can sign up to my Patreon at patreon.com/CurtisHolt. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you next time.